Today we're in St Dunstan's in the east. It's a beautiful secret garden in the heart of London, between Tower London and London Bridge. It's a little bit of a social media hit at the moment, and we've come to check it out. Come explore with us. Some little known facts about St Dunstan's in the east. The parish church was actually built in 1100. It was then subsequently damaged during the Great Fire of London of 1666, where instead of rebuilding the damage, they just did a little bit of patchwork. The church was then damaged during the Great Blitz of 1941 during the Second World War. They then decided that they weren't going to rebuild St Dunstan's, but decided instead to make it into a garden. In 1967, the plans went ahead, and it was open to the public again in 1971, and it's now become a really beautiful, peaceful spot to come and just relax. St Dunstan's in the east has since become a popular place for photographers, city dwellers, and people who are looking to get their perfect Instagram shot. So we're going to leave everything in the description down below and let you know how you can come visit St Dunstan's. So after spending a little bit of time down in St Dunstan's in the east, I would suggest popping down 5 minutes down the road to one of my favourite spots in London, and it's Leadenhall Market. Dates back to the 14th century, where it's disputed that the name derives from the word leather hall. It also stands on what is the centre of Roman London. Now the market's open on the weekdays, 10 till 6, so we've kind of hit it at the wrong time because all the shops are closed. But I do suggest coming here on the weekends for the best photo op. And for all those Harry Potter fans out there, I'm going to give you a little bit of a test. So apparently the market was used as part of London that was near the Leaky Cauldron and Diagon Alley. Now comment down below to let me know which film that was. So I know this next location seems like a bit of an obvious one, but just hear me out. This is the famous Tower Bridge right behind me, and it serves as a great location to hang out for locals and tourists alike. Being one of the most famous bridges in London, it's quite often mistaken for London Bridge. Now if you see the real London Bridge, you're not going to be so impressed. It's a little bit more sedate. 1894 and is still used today as a suspension bridge. You can actually check online to find out what time and what dates the bridge opens, so you can come and get your photos taken. It was open to the general public in 1894 and has since served as a popular tourist spot. A little bit of a dark but interesting fact about the bridge. Right behind me is what is called Dead Man's Hole, and it's believed that during the Victorian era this served as a mortuary for bodies that would make their way down the Thames and would end up washed here. The hole helped serve to easily retrieve the bodies from the river. Just a little bit of a dark one for you. That you can see at the top of the bridge actually served as public walkways at one time. The problem is that eventually it started getting a bit of a shady reputation. People would start staying clear as they were a bit worried of the, let's just say, ladies of the night and pickpockets. So eventually they were closed in 1910. They were then reopened again in 1982, where you can actually pay to walk along the walkways with glass bottoms so that you can see the bridge from underneath your feet. Now, if you tie over all the tourist crowds of Tower Bridge, I suggest jumping on a bus and just heading about 20 minutes down the road to Postman's Park. This is just off of King Edward Street, and it's a little hidden garden in the middle of the city of London, surrounded by buildings. You wouldn't even know this place is here, but it's worth checking out, and it's definitely top of my list. One of the most profound things about Postman's Park is the memorial to the heroic self-sacrifice of the ordinary person. This was set up by George Frederick Watts, who wanted to make sure that those that would have been forgotten will always be remembered. As you can see, all the tiles down this row are representative for someone who gave up their lives saving someone else. I highly suggest you come check it out. Postman's Park was opened in 1880 and actually stands on what was the former burial ground that served for St Botolph's Parish Church. Now, the reason why it no longer serves as a burial ground anymore was due to the fact of overcrowding in the cemeteries. This led to the Burials Act of the 1800s, which meant that they no longer could bury bodies within city limits. No longer serving as a burial ground, they decided to open the park up to the public. Right behind me is St Paul's Cathedral. Very famous building, but a lot of tourists. So let me tell you the new way to see the building. If you just pop over to the One New Chain shopping centre, we'll let you know more. So here's the little secret. If you take the elevator straight up to the 6th floor of the One New Change building, you get the best views of St Paul's Cathedral and surrounding London. It's definitely worth coming here for a photo op if you just want to relax. There's a couple of rooftop bars that you can have a drink, and it's definitely worth just checking it out. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed seeing our 5 must-see locations in the City of London. Make sure you like, subscribe and click the bell for more from us. And if you'd like to see something else, comment down below. We'd love to get your ideas and suggestions for our next video. Bye! In the Great Fire of London in 1940. No, that's wrong. It wasn't the Great Fire of London, it was the Blitz. Wait, one more time. I can do this. I can do this. Right, let's do it.
Hey, I'm stupid. 3, 2, 1.
The market stand. Do that again. But also, it serves. I can see the little girl. How does it feel recording our first YouTube video? It's alright. For all those wondering who is behind the camera, say hello to Arnat.
So yeah, we are here. London Bridge. Oh no, it's London Tower, isn't it?
Tower Bridge. You weren't listening to me until this could go in the bloopers.
It's not my part, that's why I'm behind the camera.
Between 1884 and wrong number, 1886. All right, one more time. To believe that it would help eat. All right, back again. Do that again. All right.
I'm recording. 3, 2, 1, go.
One of the most profound things about Postman's Park is, right, I need to get my words straight. Was concern for the general public, and so the Burials Act in the 1800s. Right, I've got it. I've almost got it.
Okay.